I now hand you over to my colleague Trix Singado, who'll be giving us some of the statistics regarding those attacks. Trix, over to you.
Thank you, Ashley. Now, such attacks are not actually uncommon because the United States is part of the many agencies that are working against the Al-Shabaab in Somalia, including AMISOM and including the Somali Army. So let's take a look at some of the previous attacks and see the numbers, the locations perhaps, and see what the picture of what it's like in the past year, 2018 and 2019. Now, in 2018, it is said, according to data, U.S. Defense Department, the data is from the U.S. Defense Department, and it shows that its strikes have killed 326 people in 47 disclosed attacks. And then in 2019, between January and February, it is said that U.S. Africa Command reported the killings of 225 people in 24 strikes in Somalia. And you can see that this is quite a large number of attacks in a short period of time, and the number of people who were killed actually are a lot. And then you're seeing now let's break it down to the specific dates. On the 19th of January 2019, Somalia says it killed at least 75 militants and in strikes. So this is the Somali Army, not the United States Army or AMISOM. The Somali Army independently conducted this strike, and it came out with a report that said that it had actually had 75 militants killed. The next day, on the 20th of, and this was in the bases of Bar Sanguni, 50 kilometers north of Kismayu in the Jubaland state. Now let's move on and see what the United States Army said on the next day, on the 28th. It did say that they had the deadliest airstrike in Somalia in the recent years, and it said in that particular attack they had 52 Al-Shabaab extremists killed, and this is after a large group mounted an attack on the Somali forces. So you can see this is actually the makings of an active war situation where armies groups are attacking other groups, and there's retaliation, and reports from this particular forces come out to indicate how many people died, and the numbers keep increasing. And as you can see, on the February the 24th, 2019, just recently, the United States, another U.S. strike claimed 35 Al-Shabaab fighters, and this is according to a report from the United States Army on its operations in Somalia. And these are usually drone strike mostly, and this is said to have increased in recent years because of since the administration of Donald Trump took office, and there was a consent on targeted strikes. Now, AMISOM is one of the peacekeepers in peacekeeping forces in Somalia, and we know that there has been some developments with their situation. You know, Kenya has the largest number of troops in that country under the AMISOM banner, that is part of the African Union mission to keep peace in this part of the continent. And therefore, if you have Kenya withdrawing from that particular mission, it would be actually a significant difference towards in the efforts to fight Al-Shabaab. Also, you're having the Somali armed forces, like I said earlier, and of course the United States Army that has increased its airstrike on targeted regions in that particular country in the fight against the Al-Shabaab. Back to you, Ashley.